Okay, I don't know how to express how idiotic that this idea that KYC information has anything to do with concepts that defeat themselves, like having a father maiden name. Like, how can your father have a maiden name? And if it's so serious, if you need KYC, if you have to comply, if it's a new thing, then why are the jokes? I mean, the questions jokes. How are you supposed to take it seriously? Are you thinking about confiscating? Are they thinking about freezing accounts? Like, I have to take this information seriously that I'm giving you, and they're acting like, oh, we're just being buddy-buddy. We want to know where you hang out, what your favorite vacation spot is. And like, that's nowhere. Where is that? Where is that? Any bank, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this sounds like this sounds like somebody's trying to scare people away from using crypto, trying to act all authoritarian and shit. Starting to say you're not responsible enough to manage the money even if you make it. Like, if you make it, it's yours, right? So then they're saying like, nah, you misunderstood. Like, your only hope is to take yourself away from the use of money. But this is what I'm doing, taking myself away from the use of fiat. I'm trying to register some land. I'm trying to start a company. And that's just what you can do. So what the fuck? Like, you want to know, like, your father, if your a maiden name is a reason you have a maiden name is because you lose one name in a marriage. Like, one person last name, the woman, usually the maiden or whatever, will lose off her last name and take the name of the man. Okay, so how are you asking me about my father's maiden name? Nobody ever understood, or this is not a thing. It's not a thing. If it's an idea like we should be more socially like versatile and inclusive and whatever. Okay, fine, whatever. I don't know, shit. But back in the past, like, yeah, I'm already here. I'm already. So I never had that before. So what do you want to do? Like, I never had that before. That was never a thing before. You know what I mean? If it's a thing now, okay, but my father can't have a maiden name because I never understood him to have a maiden name. And am I supposed to take these questions and just throw them away? Apparently, you can click the box, sweep it away. You don't have to deal with it, right? But are they going to start to say, okay, we were joking last time, but this time we're serious and we really need to get to know our customer for KYC compliance. And otherwise, well, they're going to shut us down. The big mean, the big mean German boss is going to come and they're going to nod their head like this and they're going to say, no, this is the last chance, get compliance. Okay, so then you take a major corporation like Ethereum and they get their team together and we got to come up with compliance. Let's just get around with them. Let's just joke around with them. It'll be fun. Where is that? Seriously, where is that? Somebody's cheese slid off the cracker. A whole room of motherfuckers' cheese must have slid off the cracker. Or either that, or they're just like, just do it, see if anybody complains, and we'll try to push it through. But if they make a big stink out of it, then we'll have to, we'll capitulate to their needs, because they're the people who are attracted to these platforms that developers built out. We pay all these developers to attract these people to invest their money also. So then where is it that it's just play money, and that you're not really holding money, and that you may have worked really hard, you may have studied and accomplished and persevered, but sorry, your money is not your money because it's just too much. Like, you've made fucking 3x gain on basic attention token in a month, and we got to keep track of you taxes. Like, are we being economistic? Are we being economistic? Or are we being necropolistic? Because I always thought that this is I never believed that we were economistic, for one reason. Like, you can leave one kind of beer in the store for a year, and that's what the store will sell. Because if you try to bring a beer that you have to send it back after 2 months, or it goes bad or something like that, they're not going to hold it, because they can hold the one. They'd rather have the beer that will stay on the shelf for a year. So they got with the logic, and that's why we missed them, you know. But I know it's funny, they're still here. But, you know, they're not really the fault. It's not really their fault. It's the necropolistic uniform commercial code motif that they kind of just pass out to everybody, say represent us in this motif, and just, you know, be the little mouth breathers that we you know, through focus groups and genetic engineering and everything else that we tried to cultivate. And, you know, we wanted the people to stay away from like poeticism and you know, like those kind of the higher, the noble arts, you know, which probably should include medicine, but for some reason it doesn't. Like, no, they just they like to pump in this repetition, and well, the repetition comes from work. In order to sustain yourself in such repetition and being alternation and artificial sound, noise and conditions, like you had to kind of be like the hive mind, inducted into the hive mind. So, you know, they like that. So, you know, just, but that's your ass. So I mean, it's just, I mean, it's not up to you or anything like that. It's like you either have you or you get genetically engineered or entrainment or MK Ultra, or, you know, just all around bad like environment, like low vibration, crappy food, cardboard. Safeway is full of nothing but salt and sugar and oxtails and cardboard. Trader Joe is a lot better, but they want to be safe. They want to be Safeway, kind of, you know. Like, they're kind of mad that they don't get to be Safeway, but I mean, who wants to fucking shop at Safeway?